Connect. Capitalize. Go.
All right, it's the podcast for business with your host, Eugene Rowe. Hope you're having a great day. In the meantime, visit the website at hombabiz.com, HOMBABIZ.com, and sign up for our free newsletter where you discover your number one asset and use it to live the life that you want. Right now, got another great guest. Get those pens and pads ready. Jamie Cox on the line. Jamie, thanks for taking your time out.
Hey, Eugene, thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background and what you do.
Yeah, so I am originally from Indiana. I grew up on a farm, so I've always been a hard worker, I guess you could say, and I kind of broke the mold, and everybody else was going to school to do agriculture and be a teacher and that sort of thing. So I actually went to art school, which was pretty much unheard of where I'm from. So I went to art school and studied studio art and a little bit of art management, which kind of entailed nonprofit management. And after school, I hopped around at a few creative agencies and did social media management for a lot of small clients, wineries, wine trails, that sort of thing. And then I got into the tourism industry. So I'm currently the marketing coordinator at Visit Franklin, and we're located 17 miles south of Nashville. So as the marketing coordinator here, I handle all of our day-to-day marketing operations, scheduling, project management, and then I also handle all of our creative projects and work with our agency to implement new brand campaigns and develop our brand identity.
We're talking to Jamie Cox right here on the podcast for business. Use those social share buttons. I know you're going to like what we're talking about, so use those share buttons to share with your family, friend, network, or if you got a MySpace account, use those too, okay? Now, Jamie, you grew up on a farm. Is that right? What kind of farm was it?
Yeah, so my dad actually raised beef cattle, and he still does. So I helped a little bit with that. I'm sure I didn't help as much as he would have loved me to, but I fed bottle calves when I was a kid, and that's kind of my claim to fame with farm life. So it still follows me everywhere I go, and I'm always educating people on where their eggs come from, for example. So that's something that just sticks with me and kind of fuels what I do and how I think about projects. So.
Okay, Jamie, so now that you've said it, I've got to know, where do eggs come from? What do I not know?
Well, a lot of people don't know that chickens lay eggs all the time. When I told somebody that recently, their minds were blown. And so then I had every day for 10 minutes, I would educate our office on things about farms. So for those of you that don't know, chickens lay eggs all the time.
I think I got it. I can deal with that. So,
it's not too shocking.
So you went from being a farm connoisseur and raising beef cattle to working after school in digital social media management. How big of a jump was that, and what was the mindset that you had to have in order to be good at it? When I kind of went to art school, that was the biggest jump. I had always been in very black and white sort of schools of thought for classes. So in high school, for example, a lot of science classes, a lot of math classes. I actually secretly, it's not really a secret, I love math and calculus. So I had always had that kind of black and white yes or no education. And then when I went to art school, it was like nothing was ever right or wrong. There was a lot of gray area. Okay.
And I really fell in love with that. I never really take anything at face value. I'm always asking a million questions. I probably drive people nuts with that. So that was kind of just where I fell into that niche, and I loved it. So the biggest shift was to stop second-guessing myself and thinking, am I wrong, am I right? Because knowing that there was never one way to do something really helped me move forward and move past that fear.
You're hearing Jamie Cox right here on the podcast for business. She's with Visit Franklin. She's the marketing director and coordinator. In the meantime, while you're listening, visit the website at hombabiz.com. Sign up for the free newsletter at the top of the page where we teach you how to discover your number one asset and use it to live the life that you want to live. Now, Jamie, you're with Visit Franklin. You're the marketing coordinator, director. I'm extraordinaire. You own the place, okay?
Not quite.
So tell us some of the day-to-day duties that you have to do to be successful at your job.
Yeah, so we're a tourism
tourism organization, a convention visitors bureau, for those of you that are familiar with CVBs. So we are kind of the marketing and sales arm of the county here, Williamson County, Tennessee, and we promote tourism and economic growth in Williamson County. So we like to encourage people to come visit, stay in our hotels, spend money in the restaurants and the shops, and then go home. So that is our main objective. So we have a really small team. There are 12 of us on staff, and there are 3, going to soon be 4 on our marketing team. So we are really small and scrappy and nimble. We have to kind of adjust quickly no matter what's happening. So as the marketing coordinator here, my day-to-day is really not day-to-day. It's very different every day, and that's part of what I love about it. So I was hired as a marketing coordinator to kind of do project management and that sort of thing, and then they were like, oh, you went to art school, you can design, you can like lead our creative efforts. So so half of my time consists of managing projects that are anything from making sure videos are done on time to scheduling content online and writing blog posts to actually designing ads, logos. So this morning I came in and started working on a new brand identity for a project we're getting ready to launch in September. So that was my morning, and then this afternoon I'll be reviewing proposals for creative agencies. So it's really here and
Sounds
there.
Sounds like you've got to be very nimble.
Yes, we definitely are. We have, like I said, we're a small team, so we're always jumping in. I can go from filling gift baskets in a closet to, conquering the world and presenting logos. So.
Wow. So you kind of segued into my next group of questions, and I always like to ask these because it gives people an insight into the way that the guests think. You said you're reviewing some proposals. So when it comes to making that official decision, do you prefer official data more, or do you prefer simple internet searches?
So, for example, any time we are kind of vetting new partners that we work with, and we're really intentional about calling the people we work with partners because we believe that our relationship is mutually beneficial. So, and we like to treat it as a relationship, a friendship. We're more than just working together. It's not very transactional. So, in this project specifically, I have been meeting with people that are willing to work with us as our creative agency and just kind of picking their brains and seeing how they work, what kind of feedback they take, how they communicate with each other, how they communicate with me. And then from there, people have submitted proposals that are anywhere from hard data, like this is what we implemented for so-and-so, and this is how much traction it got, to just knowing what our working relationship will be like. So I'm really looking for someone who I can develop a relationship with, and that's going to be an extension of our marketing team and our entire staff as a whole.
So which of the two defines you more, results-oriented or process-oriented?
That's hard. I think, I really love the process. So I really love I love starting a project, and I love seeing it all the way through the end. So I guess I would say I'm more process oriented. I do love results, but I also think that the learning in between the start and the end is sometimes more important than the results.
Wow. So we've been talking to Jamie Cox right here on the Podcast for Business. She's the marketing director for Visit Franklin. Jamie, would you like to give the listeners a way to find out more about Visit Franklin?
Yeah, so you can check out our website at visitfranklin.com or find us online. We're on Instagram at visitfranklintn. That's where I'm most active for us. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And then if you go to our website, visitfranklin.com, you can request a visitor guide and start planning your trip. We'd love to see you in Franklin, and I'd love to show you around.
Jamie Cox, thanks for taking your time out on the Podcast for Business.
Thanks for having me.
Connect, capitalize, go.